I'm gonna make this video, and I'm probably gonna put it up on one of my Nobody Ever Watches This channel. This is called the Nobody Ever Watches This channel. But everything comes down to entertainment. It really is about being entertained. And when it comes to the religious stuff, religion, the most entertaining thing is debates about religion. When people debate, to me, it doesn't matter which side you're on. It's always interesting to watch. I like to watch William Lane Craig. I don't agree with a lot of stuff he says because he's full of shit. I'm sorry, he is. And so is Richard Dawkins full of shit, and Lawrence Krauss are full of shit. And so are a whole bunch of other people. To me, the most non-full of shit person I like, he's not really in a debate. He just, they always have video clips of him talking about stuff, is Richard Feynman. I like Richard Feynman. He's cool because he talks about things, but he's not, I don't know where he would be on this debate issue. I don't think he'd be jumping around, like these other people. He died he bought the farm. He died in 1987 or 88 or something like that, I think. But, he did a lot of things, and he talked very smart about stuff. And he's interesting to me. But I think that people always think that that's the only thing that... See, what drives the whole debate is that it's entertaining. Because people basically do all these ad hominem attacks on each other. And then they go off on some weird tangent about things. And then and that's it. But then when people get bored with it, then they'll get back down to something else. But people always find cheap stuff interesting. Like, professional wrestling or something. People always find the cheap stuff interesting. It's just like bad movies that can draw a big crowd. Movies that have no real artistic value or nothing else, nothing lasting, nothing meaningful, nothing deep. But you know what? It's a box office hit. And that's what counts. And that's what will make the studios make another one of those. It's just like the movies I've been watching, the Final Destination movies. They're like, the movies aren't really about anything except just to see the entertaining ways in which people get killed. Because we get entertained by that stuff. And it's like these debates. It's just like watching, it's like Final Destination 500 million. The debate between this person and that person. And some of the people are interesting, and they make themselves very entertaining. And at the end of the day, that's what it's all got to be about. It's all got to be about being an interesting person. It's like, for example, like Bionic Dance, for example. I know, she, once you mention her name, bro, forget it. You're going to get pwned forever. She pwned me. I actually did I used to have a channel in which I did anonymously. And I sort of said some things. And she actually had one of her, so I'm actually famous, I suppose, because she sort of challenged me. But I didn't have my face on it, so you couldn't see me. But, and it was like cheap shots. It was nothing but cheap shots picking the person who, because I said things that were purposely ridiculous just to bait her into a debate, but she, and I wasn't really debating with her. But it's just funny because all it is just doing things to please a crowd. You're focusing on getting the crowd, the applause of the crowd. You're not about truth. You're not about... I believe in being honest, and I believe in being truthful, and I believe, like what Emerson talks about, being yourself, being the real self that you are. Look, if people are pleased, fine. If people applaud, fine. If I become popular because of it, fine. If I make a lot of money off of it, fine. But it's not why I do it. I have to be true to who I am. Because I think, just like Maslow said, when you're not really being true to your real self, you're going to be miserable. If you make a deliberate effort not to be your best, you become miserable. Being the best you that you can be, being who you are. If you're not doing that, you're going to be miserable. Even if you had a lot of money, even if you had a lot of popularity, even if you were entertaining, just big, gigantic crowds of people, it doesn't matter. You have to be true to your heart. And that's the way I am. That's what I believe in. That's why I don't get involved in religious debates. Look, I'm a person who believes in God. I have a belief in God. It doesn't quite 100% square with the Bible. So religious people, in the traditional sense, don't like me either. They don't like me because they think, oh, you're a traitor. They would label me as, in fact, I have been labeled an atheist. I'm not an atheist. But I'm not exactly a traditional religious believer either. I really am not. What happens when we die? If somebody asks me that, the answer is I don't know. And that will be the case no matter how much I could study and learn and look at things and study the science of it and read 100 holy books and read 100 science books. And you know what? I'm still going to be in the same place. I don't know. And nobody else. And I'm a skeptic. I'm a big fan of David Hume. I'm skeptical of anybody who claims to know what happens to you when you die. I don't know what happens to you when you die. And maybe somebody else does. But I'm skeptical. I take a skeptical position of any claims of knowing what happens when you die or what the ultimate truth is. Anybody who claims to have the ultimate truth, I'm skeptical of them. I don't necessarily say that they don't have it. I just take a skeptical attitude toward it, toward anybody who claims to know the answers, to know what the truth is. You don't know what it is. I'm skeptical that you do. I have my doubts. I really do. And that's the case.